Hi there YouTube, this is Cece and I wanted to do a quick review on Yankee Candle Shortbread Cookie. Now this is my second shortbread cookie candle. During the SAS sale I picked up a large jar in the scent, and when I burned it the first time, it never did reach a full wax pool. The flame was very low. It actually never did get a full flame. It actually looked more like a glowing sort of wick. And I tried it out about 2 or 3 more burns. It started tunneling and it just was a bad candle for me. So I returned that one to the store to exchange it for another large jar. However, I was never able to find one. So I went to my outlet, and my outlet actually had medium-sized jars in the Country Kitchen line for shortbread cookie. So they are running a 3 for $28 sale at my outlet. So I picked this up as one of the 3 jars and thought I would give it a try. So I just lit this candle about 5 minutes ago. And I actually did trim the wick because it was pretty long. I don't always trim my wicks on my first burn, but I did on this one. And I just really wanted to start this video to just kind of show you how huge this flame is. I put an aluminum lid on, and I don't know if you can see how the flame is actually peeking out of the top of the aluminum lid. It keeps flaring up there. Huge, absolutely huge flame. But when I look at the wick itself is actually pretty large, pretty fat. You can see on the very tip of it, it's kind of splayed apart a little bit, and I guess that's what's making the flame so big. But hopefully that'll help melt the wax and I can get a full wax pool on this candle. But I just thought that was interesting. I've never really had that happen where the flame was so large. And I actually have my candle sitting on the bottom of a hurricane. That's a marble stand right there. And I have a glass hurricane that goes over that. And, you know, just when I'm not comfortable with what the flames are doing, or if I'm going to step out of the room for a minute, I'll typically put that glass around it. It just gives a little bit more protection. It's actually the same display that they use in the store. So I just kind of wanted to show that. And I've got my angel aluminum lid on there, and I just turned the light on so you can't really see the display that shows on the wall, but it's very beautiful when the lights are down low. But I'm going to come back a little bit later after the wax is melted a little bit and see how this does. I love the scent of it, and I really wanted to have this scent. Before I was never really a fan of the medium-sized jars, but I'm finding that I'm okay with the medium sizes. You get more bang for your buck value-wise with the large sizes, but I like to change my scents too often, and it takes forever to get through some of the large size jars and tumblers. So I'm kind of venturing out a little bit more in the medium sizes, and I know the medium sized tumblers have been discontinued, and I can only find those in the outlet. So you know, I'm a little bit limited there, but I do kind of like that I can get through these medium sizes a little bit quicker, simply because I really prefer to use up one candle before going on to another one. I don't always do that, but I do prefer that. So just kind of wanted to give you a look at how this candle is starting out. It looks like the flame is calming down a little bit, but when I first lit it, yeah, it was just spewing out the top of that aluminum lid, and it was scaring me a little bit. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on it, and we'll see how it looks as it reaches its full wax pool. I will check back in with you. Thanks. Hi YouTube, I'm back with an update on my burn of shortbread cookie. It's probably been about, I don't know, 3-4 hours or so since I lit this, and I'm having the exact same problem with this candle as I did with the larger jar. It is basically just sitting there and putting around and doing nothing. So I actually did put the glass around this because I wanted to try to generate more heat to melt the wax, but nothing happened. So remember that fast and furious flame. I'm going to take the loom lid off. It actually produced a fair amount of soot. Let's see if you can see how dark that is on the inside of the loom lid. And there's the flame. It's just kind of doing nothing. It's pretty much tunneling. You can see all the wax around the edges. It actually was burning worse than this. When I moved it, it almost rejuvenated the flame a little bit, but it pretty much was practically all blue. It didn't even have a white tip to it. It was just kind of like a blue natural gas flame, if you know what a natural gas fireplace looks like. Just a blue flame. You can see as I move it and jostle it a little bit, it kind of rejuvenates itself. But look at all that tunneling it's doing. It's just burning right in the center, and it's just not doing anything. So I'm having the worst luck with Shortbread Cookie. It's really sort of sad because I like the scent and I really want to see what it would smell like if I had a candle that would burn properly, because I think it's a fairly strong scent, but I just can't get a candle to burn properly. And on this one I did trim the wick, but on the other one I didn't. So it doesn't seem to matter whether or not I'm trimming the wicks, I'm not trimming the wicks, if it's a large jar or medium jar, if it's the regular line, if it's the country kitchen line. It's just not working out for me here. So it's pretty late. I'm just contemplating letting this burn the rest of the evening and seeing what happens after a few more hours, but right now it's not doing anything, and it'll probably go back to the store. Oh well, if any of you have Shortbread Cookie, I'd love to hear how it is, how your experience has been. I've had some definite duds with Yankee Candle, but this scent just seems to be the most consistent for me as far as not having a good candle. But anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good evening. Bye-bye. Good morning, YouTube. I wanted to do yet another update on this Shortbread Cookie candle. I actually did leave it burning all night. I put on my heavier duty Luma lid that's more closed off, and I put the glass hurricane on it. Excuse the soot and dirt that's at the top of it. And when I got up, it had melted a little bit more. It still had not formed a complete wax pool. And by that time, the candle had been lit for about 10 hours. So I got up, I did the foil trick, took a piece of foil, wrapped it around it, put the Luma lid on top of the foil, stuck it back in the hurricane. So at this point, I'm trying to generate as much heat as possible. And it's probably been lit for about 12 to 13 hours now. So I just want to take this all off and let's see what it looks like at this point. So I'm just going to remove this and sit it on the floor right here. Excuse me. And then you can see this Luma lid is closed off more, so it should trap heat better. And we're going to take this foil off. And I still have this dinky little flame. And it's starting to pull out. Yet it's still not there. Right here, it's still built up. Maybe in another hour, that'll be gone. And yeah, it's pulled out on this side. But, oh my gosh, Who has time to do this? Who wants to do this for a candle? I don't. So I kind of just wanted to come back and give you an update on what this looks like. And actually, when I take this back to the store, I'm going to, if the sales associate has time, and maybe I'll fast forward through this, I just kind of want to show it to her because sometimes I don't think they believe me. But, yeah, to just show what I'm having to do to get a full wax pull on these candles. And, you know, after 12, 13 hours, what it looks like. So, yeah, I am a tumbler person. I love the 2-wick tumblers. It's just that some of the scents obviously don't come in the 2-wick tumblers, and I have to resort to the jars. But I think I'm officially giving up on the jars just because I don't want to have to keep doing this. It's discouraging, but yeah, I have to get something that actually works when I light it. This is just too much work. Anyway, just wanted to pop back in and show you what it looks like after about 12, 13 hours. Still waiting on a full wax pull. I still don't have a scent really. So yeah, it's going back for sure. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.